Good morning. This is Lisa Lovestone, and welcome to Mushroom Matcha Morning and Bedhead Musing. Finally, a Bedhead Musing. Oh, this cup is for left-handed people. Unless I guess you wanted to look at the heart. So everyone else would see the heart if you were left-handed. I like it like that. Anyway, there's my mushroom matcha made with local honey from a local farm. So there's the dogs. They're always close by. And hopefully the sprinklers that are closest to me aren't going to come on anytime soon. I don't think so. But over here. There's the sky. Let's see. I think I have to click on the... Yeah, see. If I click on it, you can see the colors. There's a sun over there somewhere. I think it's behind the clouds. It's going to show you the sun, but oh well. Blah. Who cares? Who cares? Blah. All right, it's Wednesday. And I woke up with an idea of something to talk about. This happens. Yawn. This happens frequently. I wake up with a thought about a bedhead musing. And then it's gone. So I mentioned yesterday in my book reading that I trapped my beautiful Raphael. Well, oh my God. Sorry, I didn't know I was going to have this emotion. I knew I was sad. Imagine taking the kitty that you love so much and dropping him off at someone else's house. And how do I not get attached? I see them every day and they meow and purr and rub on me every day. And they're grateful to me for being there every day for them. And Raphael just showed up one day. Kitten, not tiny kitten, like probably 2 months old. 3. When he goes to the vet, I'll know how old he is. It's gonna fucking kill me when I finally trap Michael. I didn't know I was gonna be that emotional. So Raphael's trapped. And his little face looking at me like, why are you putting me in this cage? I mean, of all the cats I've trapped, he was the most vocal in his look at me. Becca, can you come over here, please? Becca, come here, baby. Becca. 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 Becca, can you come here, please? Becca. Becca, can you come here, please? Becca! Stop! I gotta put her in the house. You guys can, you can just stay there. I'll be right back. Here, Becca. Come on. Come on. Becca. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, 7 minutes in and I haven't even said anything yet. Sorry. You can just fast forward the chaos. Okay. So anyway, good morning. Welcome to Lisa Lovestone's Mushroom Matcha Morning and Bedhead Musings with Becca the Barky Barker in the background. So I'm really struggling with, I don't think this is going to be an advice column today. It's going to just be me sharing my feelings, obviously. I don't think I finished talking about the cats. Let me back up. So yeah, Raphael, I trapped him, drove him to the next town over, and dropped him off at the rescue home. And, you know, he was still loving on me the best he could from inside a cage. I stuck my finger in the cage. He didn't bite it. He didn't claw at it. He just... So, look how fluffy these clouds are. Look how fluffy they are and pretty. And, yeah, it broke my heart. And then I got to see Ariel. I trapped Ariel a little while ago, and she's still not doing well. She's hiding all the time. I held her and loved on her and asked her to try to be a good kitty and so she can be adopted. Of all the kitties, she seemed to enjoy being free. Like, she enjoyed. It felt like she just really enjoyed being a free spirit. And I wondered if being captured in a house would destroy her spirit. But she's not safe out there. People drive around that curve because it's a blind curve. They drive around it fast and they don't know if there's cats rolling in the road or or walking across the street and the cats get ran over. I don't want that to happen to her. I couldn't bear it. So she can't bear being in a fucking house. What do you do? Sorry, I got lost there. So Ariel, my beloved Raphael. Raphael's gonna get adopted probably before Ariel. He's younger, he's tamer, he's not as feisty. He's just playful and cute. So what's on my mind? I mentioned in another 1 or 2 videos that I've lost a couple of more friends, and I've just kind of come to a point where if you're gonna say something to me that is unkind or is just not even accurate, like if that's how you feel and that's not even accurate, then why are we even friends? Why are we friends if that's how you feel about me? So somebody mentioned recently that I need 150%. So like several days previous, they said, you give everything. You give your whole heart to your relationships. And you get upset when you don't get that back. Okay. So then on that day, I said, no, I don't get upset that I don't get that back. I get upset that I don't even get 50% of that back. That's what I get upset about. You know? And then the same person said, you expect I'm sick of that word when people say to me, your expectations. But they've got my expectations wrong because they don't understand what clear and healthy boundaries are. So she said, you expect 150% from people. No, we already had that conversation. If I could get 50%, which I felt I was getting from her, I felt like from her personally, I was getting a pretty good amount of friendship back, like it was a good mutual relationship. But when she said that I expect 150% back or from people, I'm like, that's not close to being accurate. We already had that conversation. I hope to at least get 50% back. I could manage that because I do give a lot, and I know that it's not fair for me to expect that much back, and I know that, so then I don't. But if I could get 50% of it back, I would be very, very content, you know? And with her, I was content until she said that. And I've been really open to the possibility of how I need to change. And my spirit guides have not been helpful. I think I was actually doing a video when I asked my spirit guides. Maybe I wasn't doing a video. I can't remember if it was live or if it was recorded or not. I asked for help from my spirit guides and they weren't helpful. So I've got to ask again and change up my questions in such a way that they could possibly help me. Because, you know, I talk to my son a lot about my relationships. And like, he's like the one friend I recently backed away from. He said, I don't like the way she talks to you, Mom. I don't like the mean things she says to you. Like, without a thought, without any care or concern about how that sounds and how that makes you feel. And I said, I don't like it either, sweetie. And as seldom as I see her, and then when I do, 50% of the time it's going to be abusive to me. You know? I've encouraged counseling. She doesn't stick with the program. She doesn't stick with anything. She just can't commit. And you know what? I have a hard time committing too. I get that. That probably has something to do with having a parent who is a narcissist. The inability to commit, because you don't want to commit to a narcissist. You're always 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So I get that. I'm committed to my businesses, and that's a big deal for me. And I'm committed to my self-improvement and my healing. That's been a big deal to me. That's been important to me. And I am committed to getting my ass out there on the road and driving to go where I want to go. And so this weekend, I have some opportunity for that. This will be my first weekend off in a while. So now if somebody calls last minute, I will probably say yes. But hopefully nobody calls on me. So I really need some time, you know, get out of town and just refresh myself. I'm not ready for a big journey like to the ocean beach, but definitely the lake beach. The thing about summer, well, it's still spring. The thing about spring is the bugs, right? So this is just me doing some self-reflection and being open and honest with anybody who's following me. I really can't see who's following me. It just says that I have these people who subscribe, but I can't actually see who they are usually. Sometimes I'll get an email alert that I got a subscriber, but Not even all the time. I don't understand the whole process there. It'd be nice to see who is subscribing so I can say thank you. But anyway, if you have subscribed to me, thank you. I need, I don't know, about 20 more subscribers. So this is just me sharing my heart. Are you in the same situation where you have made a decision to have healthier boundaries and to start this process of healing? And I mean, my process of healing has been going on for years and years. I haven't just started that, but I'm just saying, are you in that position where you're in the healing process? You are, getting better and healthier boundaries, and you have made a decision that you're not going to be around toxic people, no matter what, no matter how fun it might be or how much somebody wants you to go because they want you there. If there's gonna be a white supremacist, toxic bitch in the mix, I'm not gonna be there. Why would I be there? Why would I allow that energy to interfere with my energy? No fucking way. That is a deal breaker. And see, that's where my friend couldn't understand why I can't just have fun with everybody. Why can't I just get along with people? No. I'm not going to sit at a table with a white supremacist. No fucking way. Why don't you sit at the table with goddamn Adolf fucking Hitler? Why don't you just do that? Why don't you just do that? It's like asking me to do that. No fucking way. I'm not going to get along with someone like that. If somebody is just self-serving and cares not about anybody and uses people, and the only reason they have friends is because they have friends that are weak and can be easily manipulated and used, that's the only kind of friends this person can have, or pretend to be somebody she's not when she wants to be around somebody. No. I don't want to be around that nonsense. That's toxic shit. Why don't you just ask me to walk through a foot deep of cow shit barefoot? Why don't you just ask me to do that? I'd do that first. It's the same thing. Walking through toxic cow shit barefoot, or sitting at a toxic table. See, this is what happens. You start healing, you start becoming aware of the reality of what life really is all about. And then you start getting further and further away. I rarely ask for help from anybody. I am pretty self-reliant, independent. And my spirit guides, you might have seen the video, have said to me, I think they chose a card for me, is what it was, a card pull, to let people help me. And so for the last several months, I've really been trying to allow people to help me. I've been working on that for a couple of years, actually. But people just keep letting me down. When you ask for help from somebody and you say, I need a ride in the morning to drop my car off at the shop, and they said, I can't, I've got to go do this. They didn't ask what time, where is the shop. They don't even ask you what time. So how do they know that their appointment and your appointment are going to interfere with each other without asking you what time did you need to be there? So that day, I spent a day's wages on Uber. Uber is fucking expensive. And so I was like, let me look at Lyft. So I downloaded Lyft onto my phone and I got a ride and it was almost $10 cheaper. The distance was about the same. Well, I went, yeah. It was way cheaper. So for anybody who has to drop their car off, maybe download Lyft rather than Uber. So this is just where I'm at. I mentioned to my son, his girlfriend went on a trip with a lady friend, and not with him. And I spoke to my son. I said, sometimes you get really sad when you get lonely. And he said, I'm not sad and lonely. I said, okay, sad and lonely are two separate emotions, feelings. And I said, yes, you do get lonely when your girl is not around. You don't participate in life when your girl is not around, and that's not healthy, sweetheart. So he did go to the beach. He went to this, I can't remember the name of the beach, but it's really cool. It used to have a pier where boats used to come in, and it had a dock, and the docks were made of stone. And at the one closest to the beach, somebody got up there, and in these rings, a metal ring that you screw up into like brick, and then you can loop something through the ring. Somebody looped through and put a swing that's really, really high up there, and the swing comes down to the ground, and you can get on the swing, and you're in between the bricks, and you can swing over the ocean. How cool is that? He went to that beach. I can't remember the name of it. It's in California. So he went there alone and enjoyed the day. Walked around, looked at stuff. There's like caves. There's a waterfall. There's a place. I couldn't tell by just looking at the area, but there's a place where there's water, like a stream, that flows and it comes out of a cave and it flows right into the ocean. Oh God, I hope it's not sewer. It didn't look like sewer. It looked like water. Huh. It's coming out of a cave. Oh. Is it coming from a spring? If it's a spring, they need to tap into that and preserve that water. Where is that water coming from? Now I want to know. I'm going to research it. Because I'm going to be obsessed about where did that water come from. If it's a spring, why aren't we tapping into that sucker? California desperately needs water. Northern California isn't as bad as Southern California, but I'm just saying. Putting spring water in the ocean, I don't know. I mean, the ocean is so polluted. Anyway. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Hey, I'd love some comments. I'd love some feedback. Are you going through the same thing as you grow in your spirituality? Are you going through the same thing where you're learning to love yourself and not accept anything than what you deserve? Is it like making you lose friendships? I mean, I hear people talking about it, but I'd really love to hear you let me know how you're doing with all that and how it's going. And as I have mentioned many, many times, if you wish you had good boundaries and you keep getting hurt because your boundaries suck, please go to Terry Cole, TerriCole, terrycole.com. She's on YouTube. Watch her videos. She has lots of videos for free that you can watch and learn about how to have healthy boundaries. She has a book out called Boundary Boot Camp, and it's got a workbook too. Get your boundaries healthy. You deserve to be treated well with respect and care, right? So, okie dokie then. I'm hungry and I'm gonna go make me some breakfast. Can we see the sun yet? Let's see if we can see the sun. I think it's right there. There's that sun. Hello, sun. All right, this is Lisa Lovestone signing out. Blessings to you. May we all have a blessed and prosperous and wonderful, happy, joyful day. Lisa Lovestone out.